Hello, friends. Good afternoon. You're welcome to today's LinkedIn Live. And today I'm going to talk something very, very personal. The topic today concerns or should concern each and every one out of you out there who are into sales. So, what are we going to talk about? Today, we are going to talk about 5 important tips that every salesperson must follow from a sales discipline point of view. 5 important tips that's very, very important to make you a very disciplined salesperson, because you are disciplined today, tomorrow you will become a sales ninja. So let's hear out the 5 points that comes to us as part of sales discipline, and I'm sure you would love and try to incorporate these 5 points in your own sales life. And there I can see some of you who has joined me there on Instagram: Irfan Munzawar, Om Badiani, Komal Bogde. Thank you very much for joining me there. And for all those of you who are live with me on LinkedIn and YouTube, please don't forget to give your comments below. Fantastic. Let's understand the most important element of discipline. And what's the most important element of discipline? Time. How do you manage your time discipline in sales? And many of you would wonder that, sir, we have so much of work. I work so hard. I am hardly left with time. So while I listen to your videos, I understand that what you talk is good, but I don't get the time to put it to practice. So time is something which I'm not able to manage. Actually, friends, there are very few people in this world who are able to manage their time. And one rule is sure, that if you are successful in life, for sure you know how to manage your time. So if you're a successful salesperson, you want to be disciplined in life, you have to understand how you are going to manage your time and the discipline of time. Now, I have been a salesman myself there, and I see a lot of new friends joining me on Instagram today. Neil Money, Kunalata, Mir Chandani, you're all welcome on Instagram. So, guys, I'm going. This program is live on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and YouTube. So I'll try to scuttle between the 2-3 platforms together. Yeah. So don't feel left out. Time discipline is what we're talking about. One very important thing is, the moment you start thinking in sales that I'm almost there on time, the moment you have this feeling that you're almost on time, that's where you crucify the discipline of time. You don't have to be almost there, you have to be there. That's the discipline of time. So if you're given an appointment for 5 p.m. to some customer, you got to be there at 4:50. If you have to be there at 4:50, that means you have to leave your office maybe half an hour before. So you have to leave your office at 4:20. And if you have to leave your office at 4:20, which means you have to start thinking about leaving your office at around 4 p.m. Now, this is the discipline of time that I'm talking about. And I have Professor Tanuja Singh, who has just joined me on LinkedIn. You're welcome, Tanuja. So the discipline of time vis-a-vis sales directly relates to your intention of coming on time, right? So I have seen many salespeople who say that, yes, I have to reach somewhere at 5 o'clock. And they say, okay, at 4:45, I'll leave my office because it's hardly 15 minutes for me to reach there. That doesn't work. That means that you're not a disciplined soldier. Because if you're really a disciplined soldier, you got to understand not only the fact that you have to reach at 5, but you have to reach there at 4:50 and do a count back as to what all are the activities that you would start doing half an hour before the actual meeting or 1 hour before the actual meeting. So the intention to be in command of time, the intention to link time to your brand is something very important. And if you do not have this intention, you will never have the discipline of time, and you will always have a genuine excuse. I'm using the word genuine. You'll always have a genuine excuse to suggest that why you were not on time. But friends, even if your excuse is the most genuine excuse on earth, you are late, you're late. So the first discipline that we spoke about is the discipline of time. And it's very important for each one of you out there to ask this very honest question to yourself as to how do you manage your time discipline. And remember, all successful people on earth have managed their time well. So if you want to be successful in life, you got to learn how to manage your time well. Fantastic. Now let's come to the next element of discipline. And I call the next element of discipline as data. Now, all those of you on Instagram who are not able to see my PowerPoint, friends, the next element of discipline is data. Now, what data am I talking about? And the question that I'm trying to ask is, how do you manage your data? Now, what data am I talking about? I'm talking about multiple levels of data which any salesperson encounters. The first data that you have is your daily sales report. Now, irrespective of your seniority in the hierarchy that you work for, irrespective of your position, there is some amount of work that you do every day in sales, and you got to report that work that you do on a daily basis in the form of a daily sales report, a DSR. Now, whether you are making use of a CRM software to do your daily sales reporting, or you are using a simple Excel sheet to do your daily sales reporting, but the fact is that do you do your daily sales reporting? For those of you who do your daily sales reporting on WhatsApp, I actually pity you because you don't know what is sales. So stop doing your daily sales reporting on WhatsApp. That's not the way to report. Even if you're doing it on Excel sheet at the minimum, or in a good CRM software which will help you track your leads. So discipline of daily sales reporting. And I have seen a lot of salespeople. I know a lot of salespeople who are slightly senior in the organization, and they say that, Sanjay, I don't need to report. I'm already senior. I'm already a leader. So do I really need to report? Well, it's not about your seniority, friends. It's actually about having a system of logging your daily work so that you can monitor work in progress. Because if you do not monitor work in progress, how do you manage your sales function? All of you know this for a fact that every Charlie that you meet in the market does not give me an order immediately, right? So if my hit ratio is 19:1, I'll meet 19 Charlies before I'll get one person who will select me. Now, what happens to the balance 18? Are they not going to give you an order ever in your life? No, it's not true. If you know how to engage with them, if you know how to keep in touch with them, for sure, before your death or his death, he will give you one transaction at least in life. That's my belief. So the discipline issue is whether someone is demanding it from you or not, whether someone is mandating you that, Sanjay, you got to give your daily sales report, you still have to prepare your daily sales report. That's a matter of discipline. It's not a matter of reporting to your boss. It's a matter of discipline, that do you prepare your daily sales report or not? And don't do it for your boss, do it for yourself, because you're also a human being. It's not possible for you to remember everything. There is a law of 7 which says that the moment you have 8th thing to remember, the first thing that you were trying to remember will evaporate from your memory. Now imagine every day, if you're making 20 calls, if you're meeting 10 new people, and every time you meet the eighth person, if your memory is going to lose out on the first person, can you imagine the colossal loss that you're incurring for yourself? So my point number 2, as far as discipline in sales is concerned, is do you have a system of daily sales reporting? Fantastic. So that was the second point. Let's come to the third point of sales discipline. And the third point of sales discipline is about tracking. And the question that you need to ask yourself is, how do you track work in progress? Because you see, if you do not know how to track work in progress, then you are going to lose out on a lot of things. Because sales is a probability, right? It's like falling in love. You don't fall in love with the girl the first time you meet that girl, or vice versa. So you don't get an order from a customer or from a lead the first time you meet the lead, isn't it? So all the hard work that you do during the day needs to be informed to a system through a daily sales report that we have just discussed. Now, Even if I assume that you have the discipline of preparing your daily sales report, the question here is, how do you track your daily sales report? Because if you prepare your daily sales report on an Excel sheet, it's like a dumb database. It doesn't do any intelligent decision making for you, isn't it? So it's a very good discipline in sales to actually have a CRM software utility. And the good news is that most of the great softwares, CRM softwares, are now available free of cost for entry level users. So go for it. Have a CRM software and monitor your work in progress, track your work in progress, get auto notifications from the software so that it reminds you when you have to do which follow up. And that's the way to be, because you can be working hard, very hard, like a laborer, and not getting any results because you are just thunderstruck with the kind of leads that you have and you don't know how to take them to the next level. So the discipline of enrolling yourself into a CRM software and the discipline of ensuring that the CRM software gives you the right kind of notification and gives you the right kind of work in progress tracking will also make you a great salesperson. All right. Now the next thing that we need to track is relationships. You are a salesperson. How disciplined you are in your life to manage and maintain relationships. Now this is very, very important, friends, because I have seen a lot of salespeople who move 3 steps forward and 2 steps backwards. They'll do hard work and create 3 new leads. And just because of the fact that they are not able to maintain relationship with these 3 leads, they will lose 2 of them very fast, right? So it's very, very important to be disciplined. It's a part and parcel of your life as a salesperson that you keep on doing hard work every day, but do not forget to reap the fruits of the hard work that you have done yesterday or day before yesterday. So what have you done yesterday and day before yesterday? You have made calls, right? So out of those calls, you have got follow-ups, correct? Now out of follow-ups, you have got some orders and some have not become orders. So what do? You maintain great relationship, not only with those who have given you orders, but also with those who have not given you orders. Why? This discipline of maintaining a relationship with everyone that you meet in the market is going to come back to you in multiple folds. How? It's going to come back to you in multiple folds in form of referrals, in form of cross-selling opportunities, in form of new business opportunities, in form of market expansions, in form of new market segments and market penetration, and so many other things. Important to note, are you disciplined? Do you follow relationship building like a soldier? Or you feel that whenever you need a relationship, you will go and nurture it? It doesn't work like that, my friend. I mean, there is an old saying that if the husband doesn't meet the child every day, then after some time, the child starts calling his own father as mama. And you know why? Because the child feels that this guy is very friendly to me, this guy is very good to me, but like my mama, he comes once in a while. Correct? So, if relationship building consciously is required, even between a father and son, even between a mother and son, which are some of the most humble relationships in this world, I'm sure as a salesperson, you understand the discipline of maintaining relationship with all your customers. So that was my point number 4. And coming to my point number 5, competition. Do you have the discipline to track competition? If you do not have the discipline to track competition, I mean, you can always be crying over spilt milk. You can always be cribbing that, hey, my competitor is giving a better price. Hey, my competitor is giving a better product. Why don't you have the discipline of knowing exactly when your competitor thought of reducing its price, exactly when your competitor thought of bringing in a new model in the market, exactly when your competitor thought of a new strategy which struck you later onwards in life? Why did this happen? This happened because you didn't have the discipline of tracking your competition. So it's very important for a salesperson as an integral part of his life that you need to be disciplined enough to look at competition as to what they are doing on a daily basis, rather than looking at competition only when you are in trouble or only when you are in problem. So that brings me to an end to the 5 points that we spoke about, friends. Let me do a quick, fast recap. The first discipline, we are looking at discipline of time. And I want you to ask this question to yourself: how do you manage your time discipline? The second discipline, how do you manage your data? And how do you have this data discipline? Every call made by you is there in a system. You have your daily sales reporting. The third discipline is tracking your data. And for this, we discussed about the need to get into a CRM software, a customer relationship management software, which will help you track work in progress. The fourth discipline is the discipline of managing and maintaining relationships. And I suggested that it's good to have a CRM software to do this. And the fifth discipline we spoke about is tracking competition almost on a daily basis so that they do not take you by surprise. So that brings me to an end to today's LinkedIn live session, friends. We discussed 5 different points as part of discipline of every salesperson. If you want to become a sales ninja, on the screen you can see the credentials of my YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter channels. Please feel free to log on to these channels to know more about what we do on sales every day. This is Sanjay Singh, your sales coach, signing off with a very strong mission to empower 1 million salespersons with the science of selling before 2025. So all those of you who are there with me on LinkedIn, I would request you to connect me to all salespeople known to you in and around you, so that this mission of empowering 1 million salesperson becomes a reality. I can see Nandini Shukla, Hassan Teja, and Surat Katurshar, Yogesh, Bhavna joining me on Instagram. So, you guys, you're all welcome, and thank you very much for supporting me in this live streaming, which is going parallelly on YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So, time for me to say goodbye to you, friends. I do come live every day at 3 o'clock, so please stay tuned. We come with a new topic on sales every day with a pure motive of empowering 1 million salespersons with the science of selling. All those of you who are listening to this cast and who are also involved with the profession of sales, feel proud about the fact that you chose sales as your career, because there is no profession in this world which can give you name, fame, and money faster than sales. Feel proud that you are into sales. And if you're stumbling somewhere, stay tuned so that we can catch up every day and on this LinkedIn Live on yet another new topic on sales. Till we meet again tomorrow, this is Sanjay Singh, your sales coach, signing off. Bye bye.